So I'm back with the F150 here, and I have it on jack stands, and I'm going to start tearing apart the front end so I can do the lowering kit for it in the front. And I just wanted to point out one of the first things, you know, like if you've never done this before or seen this before, they have these pins in for the caliper. And what I do is take like a 3/8 extension, and I start on this end and I hit the back of the extension with the hammer and just kind of drive this side of the pin inside the caliper, because it has those little nubs or those little ears on there, and that prevents the pin from sliding into the caliper. So if you hit on here for the first couple times until that goes inside, then you can just put your extension into that valley. So you're gonna put like one of the corners of your extension into the valley, and then you take your hammer and you hit on the back there, and it'll just drive that pin right through. Yeah, it just works perfect, fits perfectly in there, just like that. So I'm gonna dry these pins out and keep on doing some videos and keep doing some work, and yeah, right on. I'm gonna give a little demonstration. Yeah, and the extension's gonna stick in there a little bit, but just give it a tap and it'll come out. And I've already driven the bottom one out pretty much. And yeah, that's how you do it. Super easy. I tried like a screwdriver before, and like really is running into problems, you know, like the flat blade screwdriver is just like dancing around here, and then it would get driven into that hole, and you know, like jump on this side of the pin and get jammed on the caliper and stuff. So yeah, this extension just, yeah, is the best thing I've found so far. Someone probably has a different way, but I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna keep working. Alright, so I got those pins slid out, and I'm about to slide the caliper off. And the thing is with this caliper is you gotta slide it out evenly on either side. Like you can't just pry on this side and expect it to come out. You're gonna have some trouble. So you're gonna, well, both hands it's easier. You get like a pry bar here and a pry bar here, and you want to put pressure, the same pressure on both sides, so you can get it out evenly. Like, see, I'm trying to do it with one hand here, but can't really be done. But here you go. Yeah, so you want to work it back and forth both sides, and eventually it'll slide out like that. Let's see if I can just do it. Yeah, see, I gotta get it out evenly or it's not gonna, yeah, it's not gonna come out. Oh, there we go. So yeah, just lift it straight out, and then I found, I don't know, that it fits kind of perfect in this spot. I think I have to turn it around though. The last time I did the brakes, I had it in a way where it's just resting there, and out of the way. Let's see, I turned it this way. Yeah, there you go. Just like that. Make sure there's no tension on this hose. There. Yeah, that's going nowhere. Brake pads fell out, but whatever. Okay, so that's how that's done. And next I'm probably gonna, like, I got that, shit man, I can't think of it right now. The tie rod end. Got the tie rod end out already. And that I just, you know, obviously undid the nut. And like I just brought the nut right like flush with the end of the stud there. And I took my hammer and I gave that a couple whacks and it just broke loose there. I only put this on so when I was messing around with that caliper, the knuckle wasn't turning on me. So yeah, that's how that's done. Alright, I'm gonna keep working. Okay, so I took that tie rod end off and that was gonna allow me to move this knuckle out of the way, and then I was able to get at that nut for this upper ball joint. And then yeah, you just move the knuckle this way and then you can slide the bolt out. Then this is the first time I've ever done this upper ball joint, and this is all new to me, but you'll see this retainer or whatever it is here, and there's gonna be enough room for you to get a pry bar under there. Let me see, here it is. Yeah, I was able to get a pry bar under there and just pry it up enough, like work it back and forth on both sides, and then I got to a point where I couldn't have the leverage anymore to pry it up, so I just turned it around and then got up under that collar there, the pry bar, and then I used the hammer and just gave it a few smacks on the back of that pry bar, and I kept on like working back and forth, and I kept on, you know, just wiggling out of there, and I was able to get it out. I just used these pliers here. I'm gonna try and wiggle it out. There you go. Yeah, and that just slides over top the stud for that upper ball joint. It's a weird design. And there's that part right there. See that little notch, and that's where that bolt goes through, so this little retainer doesn't slide up on you. Yeah, it's a weird design. First time I've dealt with it, and yeah, it's kind of cool. Alright, I'll keep working.